Hello, I'm going to show you how to set up smart card to enforce user two-factor authentication user logon. But since not every applications already in enterprise are configured to utilize smart card, there is still need to use a user password. So the purpose of this video show how it's still possible to protect interactive Windows logon or RDP logon with a smart card, but once you log in, you continue and use your Windows password as this. For this demo, I have two machines, Windows 2012 server, and I'm creating a user now. I need to apply email since default certificate template would like to see email on user account. I have Windows 7 here that is a standalone workstation for now, and we will make it part of this Active Directory. I would like to show you how it will be possible to the user continue and work with his Windows password, and for this reason I create a virtual application that technically points to the same default web page. To prove that user can still utilize his Windows password whenever it comes to enterprise applications, I will enable basic authentication on this site, but a default website will carry default settings. To show how it's look like, if I try to access my IIS server default website, it will not require any passcode, but if I open a same website to my demo app, I will need to provide a user credentials. And this is the user that I just created a second ago. To make use of a smart card, we need to configure a certificate authority. I'm going to follow a wizard with very basic settings. I will use it as enterprise, root CA. Maybe I'll change expiration, and I will click on configure. It's relatively a quick process, and once I have my certificate authority set up, I would like to make some changes and into configuration, specifically let's publish revocation list, so system will not throw any error messages. And I want to create a template for this demo for smart card based on smart card user. I'll call it demo smart card user, and I need to apply appropriate security to allow any authenticated user to enroll the certificate. I'll make it enable on this CA server as a template. Also, to enable domain controller, validate user based on his certificate, I need to add 2 more local certificates to my domain controller. And it's going to be my Kerberos authentication and domain controller authentication. Once I have my domain controller set up, this is the time to switch to group policy and prepare software distribution. My Windows machine is still not part of the domain, right? So I'm working on my Windows server to make sure I have everything in place before distributed across my organization. So this is my Logon directory that will be accessible to any Active Directory client or member of my Active Directory. Our network Logon application also comes with a set of a group policy. So for this reason, I'm going to copy my group policy definitions. And now this is the time to take care about my group policy. I will keep it simple. I will reuse existing default domain policy. I'm going to create a software distribution. There's two methods. So method 1 is to create a new package, point it to a location where a file exists. You definitely would like it to be in some location where everybody in the organization can reach this package. Meanwhile, I can go same location, and I can just drag and drop my second package to my group policy. This is the time to go back and to Windows 7 machine and prepare it to work with my Active Directory. First of all, just to show that right now it's belong to Workstation. To successfully join it to domain, I will adjust my DNS server and I will point it to my Windows 2012 server with this IP address. And let me add it to a domain. I'll type a domain name, privileged user, administrator in this case. I keep it simple. And if everything is good, I'm supposed to get welcome to domain prompt. Okay. So now let's restart this machine and see how my group policy is going to be applied once machine is joined domain. So this is the user. I will use my SC Smart Card User 1, a domain user. So you can see here that my Safenet authentication client is already been installed for me out of group policy. Once I have a middleware in place, I will plug my eToken now. So you will see how I connect it to virtual instance. A driver will be installed. Because this is the first time I use my eToken, I need to change my token password. It follows certain security needs or security template. So let me enroll a certificate for myself for this user. I'm going through my personal store for certificates. I select my demo smart card user template, and now I want a private key being generated inside of my eToken. And so for this I need to select my eToken as a provider. So you can see that I've been asked for a PIN code. This is what I type. And if everything is okay, my certificate is going to be enrolled. So everything sounds good. let me update my GP update to enforce my policy to be updated. And I'm going to restart my Windows 7 workstation. After restart, you can see, so let me switch user. And now I have much more icons and different icons as a result of Safenet network login application that been provisioned to me through GPO. It was too many options, and some options belong to one-time password. I don't need all of them, so this is where I come to network policy through GPO, and I'm going to adjust the behavior of my Safenet network Logon application. There's some options that I can hide, some icons, and some icons that I can control the behavior, specifically what is the preferable method, or what to do with username and password and different providers. As you see, I just want to hide all of them, what they call filter credentials providers. I would also do not allow Windows password logon and profile. So Safenet network logon application allow additional profiles to be created, such as virtual token. For this demo, I don't need any of this. All I want to select that the smart card is going to be my preferable authentication method. Once I have all this, I go back to my Windows 7. I run my group update last time, and then I will log out, log in, and this time I expect to see very little of options that I can use to log in to my workstation. So if I click Ctrl Delete, I see token management icon. Again, I can hide it, but I have it here as an option to unlock token if user just happen to lock it. So let me stick my smart card into VMware image. I type my PIN code. I successfully log in. But now I want to show that I still can use my Windows password as I know it. So if I go to my application that require username and password, as a user I know what it is. I type it here and it allows me to log in. So just to conclude, I enforce smart card login to Windows, but user can still use his Windows password on any other application.